Epic Chef is an adventure farming life sim available on Nintendo Switch, PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. In this crazy adventure game, you'll experience an epic story with twists, turns, and a lot of funny dialogue while managing your restaurant and your very own estate with farming and livestock. In Epic Chef, you'll play as a very unlucky guy called Zest, who travels to a new land after purchasing a house, only to be pushed into a story of corrupt officials, haunted houses, and chef battles. As the story unfolds, you'll meet an amazing cast of characters who'll have you laughing at their crazy antics and all the weird events that will unfold. Despite your efforts to stay out of this madness, your character is unwillingly pushed further into the middle of it, and because of this you'll need to learn how to compete in chef battles, grow your own crops, and gather quality ingredients to prove yourself. While the game has a big focus on cooking, there is much more to keep you occupied. There's farming, upgrading your home, crafting, side quests, world exploration, fishing, and more. Upon arrival to the island, you'll find your very own manor with a large expanse of land and a beautiful ocean view. Unfortunately, the place is haunted and has some other strange ruins in the yard, leading to quite an interesting story that you'll uncover later in the game. You'll use the available land to grow your very own crops to use in your cooking, and eventually you can have some livestock as well. This game isn't for the super faint of heart, as some dishes require meat, and I'm sure you can guess how that happens. The land is yours to customize as you wish, so you can place decorations, crafting machines, fences, trees, and crops wherever you want. Aside from your manor, the island you find yourself on has many areas for you to explore that you'll slowly unlock as you progress through the main story. Here you'll find side quests, resources for cooking, shops, chef battles, and a lot of interesting people. The wide variety of characters you'll meet in Epic Chef really makes this game. Friends will become enemies, enemies will become friends, and along the way you'll experience a really rich and well thought out story. By the end of this game, you'll find yourself having become quite attached to some of the main characters, which is when you know the developers have done an amazing job. The cooking, while a little complicated, is a fun little mini-game that requires a lot of preparation and planning at times. To create a dish, you simply combine 3 ingredients into a pan, and depending on their properties and what order you add them, depends on what points you get. There are 3 types of points: sophistication, spirit, and vigor, and each battle will have a different set of rules. For example, one might prefer vigor and hate spirit, so you have to make your dish based on that. There's a lot of other things that come into play, such as adding sauces to get more bonuses, but the game slowly introduces everything, so it's quite easy to get the hang of. While the chef battles are fun, there are so many for you to do, and by the end of the game you'll probably be happy if you never have to do one ever again. This game takes a good 30 to 40 hours to complete, but I was very happy when I pushed through because the ending was awesome. Lastly, you'll get your own restaurant to manage where you can decide what dishes are served and how the place is furnished. You'll need a wide variety of dishes with different properties to impress all the people who'll visit your restaurant, and as you progress in the main story you'll attract many other renowned chefs to try your restaurant and give you a star rating. Epic Chef has quite a simple art style, but I found it beautiful nonetheless. The comedic timing and expressions used during cutscenes was fantastic and just perfect. This is genuinely one of the funniest games I have ever played. If you enjoy dark and dry humor, this game is a must play. Onto sound design, the game starts off with some really awesome catchy beat that I really loved, but I was a little disappointed to find that that type of music wasn't really found throughout the game, and oftentimes there was no music at all, which made it feel a little bit awkward. Performance was no issue, as while there were some odd glitches and bugs, nothing was too bad that affected the gameplay itself. I also found the menus really easy to navigate and understand. There is a little bit of lag if you travel through areas too fast, especially going in between the city and your manor, but if you just slow down your walk a little bit, you can easily eliminate that. Overall, it's quite a slow game as well. Like I said before, it can take around 40 hours to complete the main story, and progression is quite slow, especially for your first few hours of the game. Sometime in, you'll unlock several ways to speed up transportation, such as having these hot air balloons to fast travel, and rideable creatures to get around on, but before that happens, it's quite slow to walk around. Epic Chef is a funny, creative, and refreshing addition to the farming life sim games, really standing out from the others with its story-rich, funny, and interesting gameplay. I really enjoyed this game, particularly because of the effort that's gone into the story and the characters, as it can be a little bit rare to get that in games of this genre. If you have a bit of a dry sense of humour, love home and farming customization, and can really appreciate a funny and well thought out story, I highly recommend you play Epic Chef. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like or comment if this review has helped you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!